It's we're here today, ready for our training, and it was important enough for me that I did not delay. I was able to set it up at a time where a lot of you who live in countries where your time zone is different, and usually you have to miss our trainings. Well, you don't have to miss now. We are fortunate enough to be able to share some of these training things with you, and so you can do your business better and not have to suffer because you live in a different time zone. So for those of you who are asking why 3 p.m., well, a lot of these guys are like, why 3 a.m. for them? So we're just kind of mixing it up, and you'll find I'm going to find the right adjustment over time to ensure that everyone can benefit. So welcome to today's call, no matter where you live in the world. The most beautiful thing about this is it is being recorded and simultaneously on YouTube. I won't use Facebook for some of the stuff I'm going to cover, so this will not be on Facebook unless we upload a video there later on. So, a couple of things I want to mention before we kick into this, and that is, like, I know that you all have different things. Let me go ahead and there we go. I know a lot of you guys have different things that are important to you related to the products. Some of the biggest questions come from the same core central place. And so that's the kind of things we will be covering. I don't know, Nick, you're having a difficult time. Every time you get in, you don't get to stay in. Okay, come on in. So you're going to find that there's a core theme to my responses to questions that will occasionally give you the idea that I'm not listening, or maybe that I'm insensitive, and neither are true. My goal is to make sure that whatever I do, the standard that we use for the company is here. We don't lower it. Instead, we do something that's going to be better. We actually raise it, right? We like to raise your standard so that together we can do business and not miss a step. That is why some of the responses I give don't sound right. It's just so you can rethink it. That's what's going on there. So let me go ahead and open up my screen. I saw several people else come in since we've started. That's why I'm doing this. Good to see all you familiar faces. I'm going to mute some voices too, as some are not muted. Okay. First things first. Any more? Okay, good. Let me make sure I don't have any messages in there. Howdy, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, good. Oh, by the way, congratulations to you on winning the hard wallet, Noreen. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go screens. Okay. Going out to Chrome. Okay. So today's training is all about the financial connection. If in fact you're new to home business and you are quite the expert on with your former employer or with employment in general, you may find that in fact you were an expert at that, but home business is a whole nother gamut, right? And because it's easy to do business on your job because everything is someone else's responsibility. So the financial connection in your employment has always been the employer provides the chair, the table, the employer provides the product, the phone, the things you use, and then top it all off, the employer provides the payment at a certain time. In exchange for a lot of your hours, they give you a little bit of money. And so the financial connection here with the products are going to begin with the fact that many, if not most, if you have an employee mentality, when you start a business, you begin with, how can I bring people in? Because you're so used to everything else automatically happening on its own. So I got to make this financial connection so that you can be blessed with the reality behind your business. And that is that you need to make connections between yourself, the product, the company, and the comp plan. And if all you do is work with a comp plan and recruiting new people, no wonder you have either a stall or you can't get past a certain threshold. To get past a specific threshold, you must make the connections. So, that being said, it brings me to my mind and something that I think is important. I don't think I have anybody waiting. If I do, I will know. It's going to begin by knowing what you have. I noticed just a week ago when sharing with you all, just looking at our base element products, what has happened. I noticed that many of you were, oh, I didn't know that. And it's where business begins. As an entrepreneur, oh, someone's unmuted. I'm going to have to do something about that. Just give me a moment. I will mute you all. Yeah, mute yourself if you can. If not, I will do it. Okay? Okay. So, what's interesting here, oops, let me get this out. Oh, whoa, don't mess my screen up. Okay, there we go. So, what I want you to note is that there are so many different things that are important with a company. If you start at your own McDonald's, it's going to be essential that you know what you have. How many pots, fryers, how many napkins you should have ordered. It's about knowing what you have. Most don't begin there because you've gotten hooked up with a gunslinger or you yourself are a gunslinger. If you don't know what I mean by gunslinger, I'm actually talking about the fact that you know how to get new people. You don't know what you're getting them to, you just know how to get them. So today, that's what we're doing. We're tying this stuff up, making sure we make the connection. So if you notice, I look left every so often, the e-commerce products. It's the biggest shocker of all for me. That many, if not most, like the fact that you have them, but haven't even gone in to set any of it up yet. So there's a connection that you're missing. The reason it's difficult for you to bring someone in, you're selling a price. Most of you, for just like $175, you can get this. You're selling the price, but you don't have a connection with the product. No one's angry with you for that. I'm just letting you know there's a better way to do it. And I'm going to start myself by sharing with you in very simply. Let me go ahead and just get my screen back. So that being said, I want you guys to get that. How many of you are familiar with that? You feel like you've been actually pipping a price and the names of things, but you don't really know. You haven't dove in enough to know exactly what you're doing, so it's created a challenge for you. You're getting yeses mostly because of your relationship. Type in the number 1 if you can identify with this. You're getting yeses mostly because of your team dynamic, but you're not getting yeses because it's real for you what you have. Yeah. Don't worry, you're not alone. I will say this, that many have, let me go ahead and do this. I'm trying to, yeah, good. Honesty is the best policy. So I actually say the only policy. Many have seen that or believe that it is the best policy. I say it's the only policy. So now that I say that, I'm going to briefly work with you and summarize what you have in these things, because I one of the reasons I stopped doing those overviews every day, everyone uses it just to wow people, and anyone can get new people from hype. And I don't think it's a smart thing to do for anyone. So now that I say that, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again as we get out there and take a peek. Google Chrome. So take a look with me. As you look at the screen, it's interesting to me that someone type in a level. What's your highest level you have? Anyone, just any level. Give me a level. And how many here? Anyone here on the director's level, which I think is $300? Anyone here on that level? Because if so, what do you have with that? Do you even know? Right? Anyone here on the $300 level, which is called the directors? Go ahead and give me a response. Great. I'm seeing some responses. Yes, you are. Yes. Okay, good. $100 level. Fantastic. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Silver and gold. Okay, that's good. So now, let me show you something. One of the first things you can do is, like, you want to know what you have? Walk with me. If you look at my screen, I want you to see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the plan of what it means that you have. But I'm going to look in greater detail. I'm going to click on Plan in Detail on the site. Right? So What does that mean that I have? I get 2,000 people, my autoresponders, but I get 10 done for you products. Some of you haven't. What do I get? I get 10 of them? Yes. And so I get 5 additional on this level, 10 additional on this level, and it grows as I grow. But I also get the increase of autoresponders. Now, starting off with the basic elements. I said $300 level. How many are there? Some said 100. So some said 300. If you're at the $300 level, most of you don't know what it means to have 12,000 subscribers in your autoresponder and 35 done for you products. So I'm going to start there today and make a financial connection with you. The product walkthrough and setups, that's what's going on later in the week. I've got to tie it all together on day one because the same stuff will continue to happen. You end up pimping prices and titles, and none of it's been real for you. Now you're no different than the arranged businesses that you've been getting involved with, where you've always been buying prices, and the people that bring you in always make a lot of money and you make none. It is not your sponsor's responsibility. I'm going to have to mute you out. Mute yourself, please.
You can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, my goodness. That's no good. Okay, thank you. Whoever said that.
I can see your screen.
Yeah, we see it on our end.
Uh-oh. It's you don't have your screens up, my friend. Whoever said that, you have to look at which one you have up, okay? Okay.
Yeah, screen's fine, Wayne.
Okay, good. Thanks. Take a look at whoever said it. Just take a look and see your different windows that you have open. So now, 12,000, since you're verbally there, 12,000 subscribers. Do you know what that means financially, monthly, if someone's going to pay for that elsewhere? Or if someone's going to set up for you 35 products that are already ready to receive payments directly. That alone, those 2 items alone, should mean the world to you if you know what you have. So I've got to walk you through what that means. So since you're already seeing my screen okay, I've done this on one private webinar. I'm going to do it for all of you to see. I'm going to go to the top. Let me just go to constant contacts. I got to take care of the autoresponder first and then show you the connection between what you have with us. Okay? How many have heard of constant contacts? That's obviously not typed in correctly. Let me type it in differently. And then go look them up on here like that. Okay. How many have heard of it? Go ahead and tell me if you've heard of it. Yes? No? You got verbal. You guys just told me you couldn't see your screen. Oh, you never heard of it. Okay. This is one of the gold standards. Aweber and Constant Contacts are 2 of the oldest email autoresponder systems out there. So they're also, in most cases, the cheapest. So let's take a look. I'm going to go over to pricing so I can make what you have more real for you, for starters. Affiliates, technology partners. I just want to know what it costs for the freaking things. Give me a price, man. What's wrong with you guys? They may not even list their prices anymore, all right? But you deserve to know. Email marketing pricing, okay? Let's take a look. $20 a month. What do you get with that? You get unlimited sends. This is $20 a month. It's $240 a year. You get e-commerce. Do you get, you get pop-up forms, automated welcomes, automated behavioral series, RSVPs, polls, coupons, and all those types of things, right? That's $20 a month. Now, for $45, it doesn't tell me how many I get to grow my list to yet. I'm looking for those, okay? And so I don't really know how to read there so well, but I would tell you what it is not. And then for $45 a month, what you get. Price is based on number of contacts. Price based on number of contacts. It doesn't tell us how many contacts there are that you get. I would tell you that it is not 2,000. And I would tell you for the $45, it's not either. Let's see if it tells me how many contacts I get. They're not telling me. It's going to be easier for me to show you this in Aweber. But you can go on your own time to that one. The 2 standards, Aweber.com. You guys, you will never be able to sell well if your biggest thing is selling to get a price and to give a price. I mean, that's like trying to pick up someone of the opposite sex just because they're male or female. It's really not enough. if you want it to become dynamic for you. So take a look at the pricing of this one. Now, 500 subscribers. If I bill annually, it's $16.50 a month, right? That's 12 times 16. That's a lot more than $20, $25. But let's say you bill monthly, which is most people will do. For 500 subscribers, it'll cost you $19 a month, right? $238 plus a year. With Ingreso Cybernetico, if someone pays $25 one time, they get up to 2,000 subscribers. What you don't know, because you haven't checked, if someone's going to get 500 to 2,500 subscribers, it's going to cost $30 a month or $29 a month. Every month. And that's all they're getting. They're not getting, what do you call those products? They're not getting the done-for-you, already set up e-commerce products. They're just getting that. Where a lot of you get stuck, someone says $20 a month for 900 subscribers. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much. So one of the biggest challenges some of you have who've really got a lot of people at $25, they're paying $25 for one of three reasons. One of the main reasons is because they're your friends and they don't want to disappoint you. Another would be that you stop bothering them. Another reason is, okay, I could just throw $25 away to see if it works for me. None of those are great reasons to sign someone up. Yeah, well, thank you, Annie. One of the ways to know how to do it, I'm going to get to that too, since you brought it to our attention. Thank you very much. But you got to know where you're at. Now, if you were going to be 100% honest, right? How many of you... Well, let me go ahead and get back into it. Hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and clarify something. So, because Annie brought up a good point. There are many who want to know how to use it, how to do it. The first things first is, what do you have? If you look at the detail of what you've got, compare it. Some have wasted time to send. They don't ask anyone. They go to find my personal inbox in my Facebook and say, I like this, but how does it compare to competitors? Right? Now, I'm a businessman. If I'm going to open a business, I can do my own comparisons. That way, it's certainly not bragging that what we're offering is a better concept for you, you know. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clarify something before you all. And that is that not only can you know how to do it, I wanted to make it easy for you to know how to do it. So we've got several trainings out there. For those, Annie, this will help you. I've done a 3-part series where I actually covered some of the same things I'm talking about now. And it's in YouTube. It's okay if someone cannot attend, but what they can do, let David in the room. Yeah, I can let him in if I see him. Let me see if I see him. Thank you. Got it. So, how many of you, and if you were being honest, I know some of you have, but how many of you have actually gone and you started right here where I'm looking on the screen? Type it in. Tell me. It says start here. How many of you have done that? You've actually gone to know to at least know how to set it up. At least start trying to set it up. Type it in or tell me. I don't really care. Right. So it's okay if you haven't. A lot of questions that you have can be answered right here. So may I? If I go and say autoresponder setup, right? Most of you have tried to sign up 3 to 5 people already and you don't even know how to set that up. I won't say you don't care. I'd say you didn't do it. The greatest thing that I could ever tell you is that, thank you very much, Dwight, on YouTube. What the most important thing you can do is seek first to understand and then to be understood. Instead of bringing people into a functional home, maybe I can follow the steps on how to set up my autoresponder. Some of you have done that, and I'm proud of you. You've done a good job. If you have not, don't feel bad. You can find out now. These smart products I go over great detail of training right there. And
Okay, all right. So what we're going to
whoa.
do in this
Turn this off.
specific video is we're going to...
Heard my own voice and it scared me. Jack on, I'm going to say something back to you. Jack on YouTube said that Start Here is his Bible. He uses that for everything. It's interesting. I've never had you come to me in anywhere asking how to do things. Maybe that's why. Great, Jack. Thanks. Okay, so now, if that's true that you've done that, that's good. But if we look at AWeber, some of you are on the $300 level, but I said if you're on the $300 level, it gives you 12,000 subscribers. Let's go here. It would cost you $69, almost $70 a month to have the same thing at AWeber. I don't care which autoresponder you go to, you just have to understand response. There, get response is another one of the standards. How do we handle this? I need to make sure that you guys, when you talk about price, you've made the value as big as my arms are spread apart. That way, when you mention price, you will get sales. Some of you are just mentioning price and that you've already made sales, and you wonder why they get started slow. Let's take a walk together. Okay, here we go. 1,000 subscribers on the Plus model, $49 a month. You get 2,000 for $25 one time. You don't understand this. If you don't use an autoresponder, it's okay. You still need to learn what its value is, because if people are making money online or they're setting up advertisements, if they're doing anything like that, they have an autoresponder. And they can't get one without paying. Just so happens if they pay you, right? If they only cost them $25 one time, or $15 a month, or $49 a month, depending what they get. But let's take a step up. Let's go to 10,000 subscribers, right? On the Plus model, it's $95 a year, or it's $65 a month. Now that I say that to you, maybe it'll ring true for you. That, number one, you can't say, what are the products? Are they any good? Oh, thank you, MailChimp. Thank you, whoever said that. I have no idea, by the way. I used to use MailChimp. But I do know they also do a lot of closing your doors if you're an MLM, if you're in a home business. Hope it's the right email, right place. Yep. Thank you, David. Pricing. Come on, stop whatever they're doing. Okay, I got to customize something. These people are killing the old boy. Accept all cookies. I don't care about that. Okay. Pricing. Now I'm going to be targeted by them in Facebook because I accepted the cookies. Let's see. What is it a month, ladies and gentlemen? Bingo, 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 bingo. Is it $25 one time a year? Or one time forever? Whoa, baby. Let's go here. $9 a month. What do you get with that? Split testing, multi-step automations, email templates, and everything free plus. I don't know how many subscribers that includes. Okay. 3 audiences of 3, 5, right? That means those are campaigns when you say those, when you talk about audience. They just name it differently. I want to see what the total is, but you can look this up, but you bet your bottom dollar, whatever one you get, the amount of subscribers, when you get up to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, it's a different animal. Okay? So for 2,000 subscribers, 7 market channels, I don't know. They're saying that they have that. That's for free. But I know because we use this for my church. They use it, and it's very expensive for what they use it for. And it's a small town country church at that. And they have it. And they use it, but the things that they need it for, the autoresponder campaigns and the other setups, they don't have. So, watch this. I don't want to spend all the time in comparisons because you got to get to the financial connection for you. So let me get there here. No, where was I, people? Okay, here I was. Okay. So let me make the connection for you all. Let's start there. I actually talked to you about the done for you products. In order to do that, we had to look at your basic levels. What do you have at just $25, $50, $100, or $300? You've got an autoresponder, page builder, and done-for-you products. But you get thousands of subscribers you get to have. So now when I say that to you, I need to get out to your done-for-you products so that it can make great sense to you. So let's do that. Let's make great sense to each other. And if, somebody's stuck getting in, letting in, you're in. So now, when I say you got 31 of these done-for-you products, I want you to understand something. Some people are going to say, I still use my autoresponder, so can I still use it? Yes, you still could use Aweber, MailChimp. We don't care. We're just telling you don't have to be paying for multiple things at once. Here's more value right now. If someone has 80,000 people they're paying for another autoresponder, and they don't want to give it up, they don't have to. And if we don't have it on our list, they can tell us and we can add it. It's not that big of a deal. The important thing is they can just plain old fashioned connect it by putting in the API information that your own autoresponder gives you in your back office. And we have a tutorial that shows how. So it's interesting. Before the sale and after the sale. If someone's going to buy from you, you can collect their information and get them on a buyer's list, right? I mean, on a list for your prospects. If they buy from you after, watch how powerful this is. You can get them on an after the sale, which means they are a buyer. After they purchase, you put them on a list. You can connect the autoresponder that you have in your list. It doesn't matter which one it is. Now, I know this is over some of your heads, but it doesn't have to be. That's why we created the start here, so we can go out slowly. But it should not be that you've got products and you don't know what they're worth. You tell me how you signed them with the $25. They want to be in the $50. Why is it that you don't help them to set up their product? Why don't you, if they can get a PayPal account, Stripe, or if they accept credit card, if they have a third-party key, let us set it up so they can get to their products and begin to sell them. How many sales would it take for me to make a $50 so I can join the $50 level if that's what I must do? That's my question. If we set it up, how many of these things do I have to sell to get there? If it costs $7, if it costs $28, whatever it is, why can't we set it up? If you know this, you and your people could start making money right away. One of the most powerful things I've been trying to tell you guys, regardless of product, is what you really have. What you really have is a company that says, we'll do all I can to make sure you're getting 100% of the transaction. If you don't understand that value, that alone is worth signing up for. You do know the other companies you are joining and are a part of, many of them not only don't have any products, but if they do, they may be attempting to develop you, and which is the biggest downfall of most people. You need development, so that's a good thing. But to be given the tools, even if it takes you an hour a day to master them, oh my God, isn't it worth it? You'll make a lot of sales. And someone says, well, can you give us an email series? I mean, I've never heard of that. I have heard of it. But what I would tell you all, that email marketing providers, they have created these things, we call them worms, or we call them filters. If they see the same message coming from different people or different accounts, different email addresses, different DNSs, they're going to block it. They're going to filter it and make sure it goes into spam because everyone's telling the same crop. So, that being said, I use our tools. I don't use other people's tools. I will give you a demonstration of what that looks like, right? Believe it if you will. Let me share my screen. I see smart pages, what I call our autoresponder, for ours. Take a look, if you will. I make sure that I want to make sure that whatever I do with my business, I'm making money from it, but I make a financial connection from the money. And so I get tons of leads. I give you guys not a responder so you can generate leads And I'll help you. If you go to our YouTube, I teach how to write the email messages, how to set them up. I'll be doing that this week, but I think it's useless if you're never going to apply it. What would you have if you had 50, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100 of different subscribers subscribing to you? You can never have it if you don't set up what we have. And if you go to another autoresponder system, they're going to charge you a lot of money every month. To get what I'm getting, right? It would cost you $500 to $700 a month with another client. With us, it doesn't cost you anything. And you won't even set it up. So now, I shouldn't say you won't even. That was not very positive. I will say you just have not yet set it up. So, well, Dwayne, okay, I'm getting that. So far, I can see that I can get some value from this stuff. So, I didn't even get back to our slide, so I have to do that because I chased a few rabbits and I don't want it to take forever for you to get this. So let's go ahead and finish what we're talking about. Look at my screen again. And if you have any trouble seeing it, you will need to unmute and tell me. Okay? Knowing what you have in what? The e-commerce products. In the autoresponder. So interesting. If you said, Dwayne, if we're taking away every tool you have, you get to keep one, what would I keep? I would keep my autoresponder. That is the most valuable one for me. The most valuable out of everything I've got. You may want to know why. It just is. Let me see if someone's trying to get in. No, we're good. So, it is the most valuable. And it's because it's how I connect to people around the world, no matter which business I have. And when I get it, right, I can talk to them automatically. Some of you who just signed up today, you will realize you got an email message from me on behalf of the person that sponsored you. You're going to get those for about 15 days. There are people today who've opted in. They've gone and created a free account. You don't know this. I'm using our autoresponder system to talk to them over the next 15 to 20 days, reminding them why they have to get back with you and log into their free account, go through the free training, and then get started at the highest level they can. I can't do that if I don't have an autoresponder. How many of you see that connection? You can understand now why that would be powerful. Go ahead, type in to the chat. Type in number 1 if you do see that value of that. Why it's important. You don't know it because that's why you haven't set it up. It's not that you're a bad person. You didn't realize that great connection between an autoresponder and automatic money. Some of the money you're going to make next year, it's made because you have an autoresponder in place. So that while you're sleeping, people opt in and subscribe to you. You can communicate to them for their entire year, for a week, for a month, for 6 months. You get to make it automatic where you can be connected to people. I will continue. Okay, got some responses. Yes, okay, good. Well, let's go and look further. What else? The page builder. You guys have been gifted even greater. You didn't even pay for it. It costs $1,500 to get a done-for-you page. If you're in the $50 level or higher, until we finish our integration of our page builder, you don't even know it. You subscribe. Alan, excuse me, mention names. You just did. I looked that up. I tried to call you today. I also hit you up in Telegram. The only thing you didn't do is put your username. They didn't know what username that was. But some of you have done it. You've put it into a slip, and you have your page built. And they do this relatively overnight, unless there's a backup. It could take up to 48, 2 days, 3 days at the most. But typically 24 hours from the time you put it in, the page is made and left for you. So don't worry, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to show you how that works. But it's just amazing. Where else can you get that? You mean I paid $50? I can get a page. I can build it myself if your page builder was finished, or you guys will do it for me. What? Yeah. The membership site. This is another one of those things. Some of you guys spend a lot of your time. You're training. You're always training. You'll use some of the resources that exist out there, but it can't be private yet. Nor can anyone pay you for it because you're using YouTube and you're using Facebook and you're using Periscope. Those aren't bad. But let me tell you something. You have no idea what it's like to be paid $25 a month for people who are buying your training, and you end up with 2,000 or 3,000 people paying you. You have no idea. But you have that as a part of your packages. And you'll get a chance to see. That's powerful. By the way, the new user success program, that banner that I train you in, That's the same, when you log in there, that's a membership site, what it would look like. You can have downloads, uploads, you can have PDFs, videos, audios, and you got that yourself and people can pay you. And not to mention, our team will build the website of what you're going to sell it from. And you can accept, watch how cool this is, credit cards, PayPal, it doesn't matter. You get to get paid directly. We're not going to collect the money for it. No wonder it's hard for you to sell that. It's hard for you to, the reason you don't want to get into $300 levels, you don't really know what it offers. You saw the overview, but you didn't go back and look on YouTube. You didn't go to New User Success Program to see how they work. The funnel builder. Most of you guys thinks that you believe that the funnel, a e-commerce funnel, is not a capture page and a landing page. I mean, it can be considered a funnel, but it's not really. Kind of funnels, if you've watched the training that I have inside the New User Success Program, you can build a funnel here based on a product. I just had a new product come in the mail from Amazon. This is the old one that I bought like a couple years ago, right? There's different types of products you can have. And what's interesting to me is if you have them, you sell them, and you want to sell on eBay or anywhere else, I don't know what your product is. It could even just be you create a funnel just for joining you here. But there are no limits. They could be physical or digital products. It could be that you ship them and what's the name? Amazon does your shipping for you, or you drop ship them. I don't know. Our system can handle it. And if you're going to get something similar outside, that it would not be for the $500 level that you pay for here. It would be a lot, and it would be monthly in most cases. And I have to get to it, but I want you to note that it's really hard to sell when all you do is sell. Most of your energy goes on price and instant payment. Those aren't bad. Those are compliments. You should do it all. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But if you've done a lot of talk about money and you've not shown much of the value, I can see why it could be difficult for you. And the Gold Club products. Someone asked a question here. I'm going to go back and answer. I did not ignore you. It's just hard for me to see both. So I'm going to get back up here. Someone said something about, I wonder if you're going to have levels in the future like, well, no, I could. We have things that we offer. We sell to other companies. We do a lot of business to business with our tech company. And Jason, when we do that, I want it to be that people know what they're getting. So what we'll do in those cases, for example, when people buy a system from us, when companies buy systems from us, it can cost as much as $250,000, right? And I'm just saying, let's say a company needs an entire compensation plan, a delivery system, and they need to accept cryptocurrency. It costs a lot of money. We don't sell this to individuals because individuals typically can't afford that, right? So if we ever have levels like that, we may call, instead of a gold level, we might create a B2B level where people can buy our systems like that. When we create an entire technology for their kiosk, some people like to set up kiosks in airports and all that. We create a lot of different things. And if we're going to do that, that's how we would do that. So the idea is typically, Robert, it was Robert that asked that. Sorry, not Jason. So Robert, yes, that's a possibility as we kick off 2021. But right now, it's really important for people to know what they have or what they're getting. Thanks. So now, how many believe if you know what you have, you would do it? You could do a much better job. Type in number 2. And yes, the New User Success Program, Jose Alfredo, I use our membership site as a demonstration for you. That is one of my membership sites that I use for you. It's not a membership site. It is our own technology that I use. What you see there, Jackie, is the inside of a membership site. Thank you, Alfredo, Jose Alfredo. It's what it would look like if you had created your own, sort of. Okay, let's continue. The duplication connection. How many of you found out once you've signed up the top 3 friends that you have, it's hard to sign up new people because you don't have, right? You recognize that. You need duplication. How do I make it so that once people come in, they also want to duplicate and do the same thing so it can become dynamic? You want to know that? Type in number 3. Because what happens here, we created this entire concept based on the dynamics of duplication. If all you're doing is signing people up and getting paid once every so often, that's good. But we want it to be great for you. When it's great, the people you bring in are duplicating and doing very well. And because of it, you have this dynamic people landing in your commission position, creating payments for you all the time. So if you're a one-off, that means people are coming in and they're not getting it. We need to make sure there's duplication. First of all, your duplication. Have you duplicated? Or did you sign up to buy a price and you're disappointed because all you did was buy a price? Are you duplicating? Do you really understand you plus 2, them plus 2? If you did duplicate, how do you build a bridge from your duplication to the people you've personally sponsored? Here's where the real money comes in. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for this. I'm going to take that yucky gum out of my mouth. You have to get this. You can make additive money or exponential money. If you're 80% reliant on what you do, your sponsorships, you're going to make additive money. Do you understand additive? Additive is when you add. If I have 3 and I add 3 more, that's additive. The whole idea of this compensation plan is to help you to build and grow your income exponentially. And the power of that is when I've brought 2 who've brought 2. I now have the ability, if I can ensure that there's a model that we all can use, now, watch how this is, my 2 now are no longer 2. My 2 become 144 because of duplication. It is the power. It's like cell division. For those of you who understand biology, the beautiful thing is, if I had additive growth of my red blood cells, which I have, they watch this now, they reproduce about every 120 days. You have all new ones. The old ones are gone. If they did it additively, I wouldn't live. I wouldn't make it. They have to grow exponentially. These 2 became 4. Those 4 became 8. Those 8 became 16. Now all of a sudden, I've got 32 people on my team because I did you plus 2, them plus 2. I taught you plus 2, them plus 2. I demonstrated you plus 2, them plus 2. Everybody. Now watch this. Now here's how you create a movement. These are the dynamic people in your life. They understand movement. A movement is when I begin to sing something and say something and demonstrate something, and then I teach it so others can teach, say, and do. Now we've got a movement of a group who is saying the same thing, seeing the same thing. Now we're all making money, not just me at the top. If you got that, give me number 4. You have to there is no duplication without development. There is none. I'm a parent. I've got 3 children. My wife has given birth 3 times. If all we did was made a child, that doesn't mean we're going to have a growing family, because a child has to live through 3 trimesters and 9 months of preparation. All that time is used for development. Interestingly enough, the majority of the time of the strength of the child's life is in those first 9 months. That's where all the key parts are developed. What do you do when someone joins your team after you welcome them? Is there a lot of attention put in development? If not, there's going to be a huge challenge. You must ensure that you at least teach what little bit you know. Where people go wrong, they get caught up in what they don't know. If you know for a fact, you get a faster response if you put in a ticket number rather than live chat, you tell them. If you know for a fact that everyone went through New User Success Program and you signed someone up but you didn't tell them, you must teach it. It's what a good parent does. It's what the military does. It's what universities do. If you will have long-term exponential growth, it is determined in the development. I love network marketing and home business because it's the one area where I had most of the control. It was not up to the company. When I brought people in, I did not depend on the company. I refused to. I got my people together. I trained twice a week. The beginning of the week on a Tuesday, I train people on what they do on getting started. Give them the walkthrough. Here's how you create this. Put your password in a safe place. Set up your wallet. Use this type of a wallet. Back then we didn't have wallets, but I taught them what they ought to do. Then on Saturdays, I taught leaders, those who've already been there for a while and they really want to grow like me. So I wanted to help them in how to make more money and grow in that aspect. You don't have to be a trainer. Someone from your team should be, though. You have to develop people. Because what's going on in this industry, in the cryptocurrency market, everyone signs up because there's money, but most don't know what they're getting into. That's why they can't tell if they're going to be scammed or not. Development eliminates the lack of security. It takes away this thing where people don't trust. They will trust you more if you develop them. When you get whiners and crybabies, typically whiners and crybabies come from a place where there's no development. All they do is gripe. Who's going to do this? Nobody does. They don't even log in and check to see if it's done or not done. Too lazy to even put in a ticket. They just know that they have got a sponsor who's going to baby them, so they go to them. Or they try to come to me and get their feelings hurt. You can develop for success. And I don't want to stick on it too long. I'm going to get back to the products. But how many of you understand why I put so much attention on this development? Because me teaching you the products mean nothing if there's no development within your groups. Your money still won't become dynamic. How many of you get that? You can tell me verbally or type in the number 1. I don't care. But I would like to know what your feedback is if you understand why I'm putting the energy there. Oh, good. Let's get back out to the screen. Isn't it interesting? I speak to you today after I get back from my bike ride. At 55 years old, I still have to develop myself. I still attempt to read 1 to 3 books a month, right? Every day. I read every day. I still read the Bible. I still feed my body with exercise, weightlifting, bike riding, because development is the part of my life that matters the most. I cannot see the exponential growth that I desire for the vision I have for my life unless, of course, there's development. So, yours. What other kind of duplication is there? The entire team, which I covered. Why there must be training amongst you. Good practice would be to create your own training inside of the membership site. That would be good training. But Facebook works. So does YouTube and other places that you guys might do that at. So, sharing is caring. Let's see what that's about. You get to share your page. We created something in our system. So once you start training people, if you've got something that works, they don't have to create a new one. You can just use this share, what we call a share code. And I'm going to show you where that exists. You also can share your email series. If you are a good email series that's working for your subscribers, you can use this share code. We're going to show you that. Also, if you have a funnel that it's working like clockwork, you could share that with any member of your team or any person in the company you want. With that code, your funnel will populate for them. All they have to do is change their name and their links. Your membership. If you create a membership site, it's working, good training for you, and you're selling it out in the marketplace and it's working, and you allow your affiliates to sell it too, give them a share code. Then they can start selling it because they bought the right to be able to resell it for you. We've got a lot of cool stuff like that. And so, bottom line is, if your income is going to grow, you're going to understand it's leadership or bust. You can't leave where you won't go. How could you dare talk about products or train them if you don't know about them? Leadership or bust. That's what I believe. Hit and run, getting a quick payment has proven to be false. Most have been doing it around the industry for the last couple of years. What they do is they get lots of signups and they do it based on their income. Oops, whoa, I'm trying to get to my screen and share it with you. My face here. Where am I at? Lo and behold. Oh. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, so it's like that. So what you'll find is most people can get someone to say yes. They can't get any further. So I'm going to tell you now, it's like getting someone to sleep with you for the night, but there is no future involved. That's all you're doing when you get a quick payment. I don't care what level it is. If you're not going to develop a relation, help them to duplicate, it will never be dynamic for you. And so this part of the training is more important Because some of you are frustrated. Like, when are you going to get to the product? I'm telling you, it's a series on purpose. But if I don't cover this, I'm cheating you like all the other companies that have cheated you have. So, now it's time. I'm going to get out to you these dang-gummit products. We're going to start. I'm going to get to the interface. I need to make sure I'm actually in there. Excuse me, please. Can you get to the interface, Mr. Golden? Can you get to the interface? I keep seeing the side of your head, dude. I don't want to see that. Okay. All right. I need to move some screens to this other screen. Okay. For now, I'm going to get out there. Let's go. Let's dance. Let's dance. Okay. I mentioned something. I said sharing is caring. I mentioned that in one of my other trainings, the interface for the autoresponder and the page builder and the funnels are all in the same place. We did that intentionally because many of you don't know that when you have our autoresponder and our page builder and our funnel builder, you get other things in there. So let me go ahead and share it with you. I'm going to go to my ISP dashboard. Now, as I'm here, where are you, Dwayne? Where are you at right now? I'm looking at how many pages I made, right? These are not the ones the company made. These are the ones I've made. I've disabled that for you because of where we're getting rid of it. But I make them let me still use it. So I've got different pages I've created. I do it really fast, by the way. And I could connect them all to my autoresponder. And so let me go ahead and get to my pages, okay? I'm a creator, I think. I'm really not. So let's see. I've got one here I call the share code. I got one here called drag and drop. Let's look at this. I've got options here. By the way, you see where it says share code? How many of you can see that on my screen? It actually says share code. Each icon lets me do something different. I can integrate my autoresponder here. I can visit the page here. I can look at the reports of how many visitors and all those things. I can do A/B split testing here. I can delete it because I don't want it. And I can even edit the page here. And I can duplicate, make a second one here. So I don't have to recreate the whole page over from start. These are some of the things that are important. But I also get to add in, watch how powerful this is. I get to add in integration things for my campaigns. If I have a paid campaign on YouTube or Google or Facebook, I do all that stuff here by putting in the coding. When I click on that, for example, right, I can put the page title in that, put live chat code, my tracking code. I could put all kinds of things there. But that's not what I'm after. What I'm after is, what is the page? I'm a simple guy. My pages are never going to be sexy. They're just going to be quick. I made a quick replay. Oh, that was just a replay one. That's not really one that matters much. So, let me go ahead and look a little further. Without opening your mouth. I have no idea what that is. That's probably another series of teaching people how to recruit or something. She woke up to this. Let's take a look. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, my son made a page. And he made a quick page to just send something. No, these are not the sexy page. These are campaign related, right? So that's how they work. But you can, anything we offer, you can do that. If I go to, when I say sharing is caring, I want you to see that you can share it with any member of your team. When you click on share code, it'll give you a code. In that case, it's 0 because that one is not set up, that page. But you can click on it and it'll give you a share code. Here's a share code that I would share. If I took that within the page builder, copied it, and send it to you, I personally sponsored you, if you import that page, you would go here, you go to import pages. When you pasted it in, you would import it, and now you would have the same page I have. And you can just edit it. You can do whatever you want with it without starting from scratch. But there's a bigger picture for you to see here. I have other examples let me show you from a standpoint of even products. If I have specific products that I've created, let me see, manage products. I don't know if I have any. If I do, watch this. I can get their links. I can set them up. I can download the products if they're digital. If they're physical, I could still do things. I can actually set up to have an affiliate sell them and track those details. And what I like the most is when I set them up, I can actually have affiliates for that, and I can use share codes for those types of things, and I can edit my products. But when I get to the funnel, don't worry. Each day this week, I'm doing a specific training. Tomorrow, be ready. It's all about autoresponders. I need to show you how to write them, set them up inside your campaign, and I will use one of yours. I think I used Tommy once before for an example. I will use one of you for that tomorrow. So as I look at these funnels, if I have a funnel that I like, look at this. I can look at my sales history. I can create joint ventures, which means I can have affiliates to sell it for me. I can market and look at my affiliates. Then I can use a share code. If I like it, I can click this. It's going to give me a share code so that if you just signed up with me and I want you to leverage my funnel that I have, you can now, if I give you the share code, you can log inside and then you can go to import funnel. Where's it at? Funnel, my funnels. You can go to import funnels, import it, and you have everything about my funnel. All the upsells, downsells, whatever I have, you will have. And so as I show you this often in an example, let me see, manage funnel. You'll get whatever I have inside that funnel, all of their links. The only thing you're going to have to do when you get mine, because I shared it with you, is you'll go in and edit your links to make sure they have yours in there and not mine. So sharing is caring. It works across each platform. And I say that because there are other products that we have. When you log into them, like your membership, you can literally go and you can go import, where are we at? Import. My courses. So the import course. You can import a course. When I say course, like if I took the New User Success Program and I copied that, the share code, and gave it to you, now you would have it inside of yours automatically where you can create your own training for your team on it. Sky's the limit. But if you don't know that, right, that's why it's important this week that I literally go ahead and create a training on each individual product, showing you how they're used so that you can wake up in pride when you tell someone, well, sure, we've got products. But because most of you are in the 25 through 175 level, what happens is I'm doing trainings right now on things that I know cover you. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Annie, can I ask you a question about seeing total downline? Yes, you can. And I will answer. You're not losing. Okay, let me see. Maintain upgrader. Okay. Do you have a support ticket in for this already? Because I'm going to tell you something about this. We have shared information about downline only to have a lot of you have people steal the people from you. So we let people see the whole total downline is one thing. But when we let them see their email address and other contact information, it has not worked well. That's when you worked hard to create a team of 400 or 500. Then someone who's above you can see all of them. They begin to inbox them and message and work with them and take them away to some scam or anything else. So to avoid that, I think it's important that everybody builds their own team. If you want them for another company or not, that's not our business. But we don't want you to steal from someone who's worked very hard at Ingreso Cybernetico. So if there's other things around it, all you do is put in a request of how you'd like it displayed. We'll do it as long as it doesn't compromise you or other members. So if someone, like, for example, you're asking about who needs to pay to upgrade, pay maintenance or upgrade. Okay. We can possibly do that. I'm not sure how you mean it, but I like that idea. So, for example, if I'm on your team and I did an upgrade, you want to be able to see my expiration date maybe, or if I'm active or inactive. I like the idea. I don't want to put information that violates your privacy, though. If you didn't pay or don't have the money or something, I don't know. I don't want it to be that someone starts calling you and hassling you. Hey, you didn't pay yet. Why didn't you pay? So I think there's a way to do that, Annie. That's a great feedback. I like that. Do me a favor, Annie. Can you write that out for me and put it in a support ticket? Say, Dwayne asked me to send this. I want to look over your idea and then work from there. Okay? I just don't want to block out or evade privacy. I refuse on any occasion, even if you're my best friend, right? I will not violate the privacy or do anything that would potentially threaten another member. I've seen it happen over the years where people have done things to cause threat or cause someone to take advantage of other members. So I love your idea, and I think we can come up with a way to do that. You need to see where people are and if they need to renew. Yeah, that's a good concept. Okay, I like that. I'm going to work on my own idea, but if you can finish out your thought process, I'd love to look at that. Now, let's get back to product for a second. I need to share with you a little bit, some things I left out of the sharing is caring. Today, it's just overview why the finances are important. And there's no finances without duplication. There's additive finances, but you can get that by delivering newspapers. You can get additive income by, greeting people at Wendy's or Walmart. That's easy. But we want you to have what I consider to be dynamic income. So bear with me if you will. I'm going to go ahead and bring my screen back up because I think it's important. Bear with me because I know you have to go. I don't want to keep you forever, but I do want to make sure that you not only without excuse, as I know it's late in the UK. Sorry, guys. Let me see here. There, Google Chrome. Okay, so let me put my glasses back on so I can see too. As we look at this screen, under resources, I've done this in the other trainings, and I've asked you guys to please, when you get an opportunity, check it out for yourself. You have, if you're in the specialist level or higher, you don't have a page builder available to you, but you can have us make one. So you can do it simply by clicking on that page form. When it loads, it's going to be a form that you can complete. I just ask you to remember, double check before you submit, make sure your first and last name is there, but also, oh, no wonder, it should say username there. I don't see why it's not there. That should be username. I think there may be a little thing there. I'll have them put that in there. Now I know why they never saw that. Make sure your username's on the top. I need to get them to update this form to show username. But anyway, it's going to ask you about the page you want created, right? Once you get the page done, once you've submitted it, typically we try to get it back immediately, like the next day, but it could take as many as 3, depending on how backed up we are. So when we do this for you, it's a beautiful thing. You have now an option now. What you end up with is ability to import that funnel. When you import it, you paste in the code there, and then your funnel will show up here. Just like this. And whatever it looks like, you will have. Okay? There's different types. Sometimes people make them for other companies. Sometimes people, I don't really know what some of these are. This is a test account that I have. So here's one that someone made. Here's one that someone made, right? They asked us to make their page. They put all this thing up there, and it's in Spanish at that, right? Then what happened is they received a code. When they pasted the code in, the page populated in their back office. So there are other people that have made great funnels. I mean, amazing. This one is probably the best one I've seen thus far, as it goes through a 5-step system so that the member can now know exactly how to sign up, where to get Bitcoin. They created their own page. What's amazing to me is how few of these we've gotten. Since our onset, I have pushed this. Now, it may be that you have a membership site concept. You have all these trainings that you've done. Create a form where we ask you all the details about your membership site so we can do it for you if you have that level or higher. I think you need to have director level or higher for this one. So you got to start asking yourself questions. If you've got the executive level, or you have the ability for someone to create a funnel, why you get to set up, we build a funnel for you. If you have the executive level of the Silver Club, here's what you have to start asking yourself. If these things exist already, and they've been there, and if I went back through the training and saw it, Dwayne, why is it that you don't know and haven't done it? That's where the money's at. Some of you ask yourself, why have I never heard of this guy? It's okay that you never heard of me. But what you do know, what I want you to know is, I do my homework. Because I do my homework, the results are exponential. I spend much of my time in development of people around me. If you ever watch any of those videos out there of people, big shots who've done well with our company, one thing you are going to find out, I spent time developing them. They wanted to be coached, they get coached. You guys you need to develop your people. Products cannot, if they're not real to you, and you want us to answer a quick question and support, hey, here's an autoresponder. How do I use it? And you've never clicked on the video where we set up to sign up. I mean, it's what a waste. Now, so let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's work. Tomorrow, I'm going over a product, right? I'm going over specific, just one product for the day. The second day, I'm going over the next product. Until my grandchild is born, I'm going to go over a different product. Today was the overview so you know why to make sure you attend those. If you cannot attend, it's not the end of the world because it will be on YouTube. What I expect is to see some empowered people who know that how successful you are will have nothing to do with your color or your gender. It will have nothing to do with your height or your weight. It will have everything to do with knowing what you have and making the most of it. For me, it's nothing short of a biblical principle that shows if you're faithful over the few things that you have, right, then you can be ruler over many. Some of you want to be ruler over lots of Bitcoin, but you haven't been faithful with what you have. Some of you have been here 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and you've never set anything up, but you're selling it. You have a resale license for the product you have. You never done the homework on what you have. I used to sell cars as a young man. They would never let me get on the floor to sell until I proved that I knew the product. We're not dictating anything here. I'm not going to make you have to learn it. I'm just going to tell you won't make much money until you do. They made me understand the 4-point walk around of a car. What's the capacity of the trunk? How much the GVWR, right? What's the how many horses are underneath? How many liters the engine has? I had to learn that stuff so that I could, watch this now, not run to support as soon as someone has a question. One of the reasons you guys run to support so fast is you didn't take the time to know. And I want to help become dynamic. You can become powerful. No one will know who you are, but you could make movie star money because you have embraced what you have and sought out to learn what it is. Okay, so now, what questions or comments do any of you have? We've already been over an hour. Forgive me. 10 minutes past the hour. Tell me, what questions or comments do any of you have before I end this? And tomorrow at 3 p.m., we are going into autoresponders.
Everything looks good. I just need to go back through it, and I'm one that I have to take notes and then go back and redo.
Oh, that's no problem. By the way, who's talking? Who's talking? I can't tell.
This is Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, yeah.
Tommy.
So, yeah, you do. In fact, you do have a funnel that was made, right? You have one, and you have the code, the share code. It may have already been imported into yours. So, but your concept was good.
I didn't see it. That's why. I didn't write it down, but I didn't see it when I go back and look.
Yeah, you just have to log in and go to import funnel and then click on the one that shows the links. And it should be there.
I'll look and see. I don't remember seeing it.
It's okay. Yeah. And if not, don't worry. I'll be able to show you how. Okay, I'll do a video that walks you through it. Anyone else have any comments or questions? I want it to be helpful. It doesn't matter where you live. We are patient. Even though I'm intense, I will not yell at you. I'm an intense person. It sounds like that, but I'm not.
Hi, Dwayne, it's Alan. I've got your phone number. I'll give you a ring afterwards.
Who is this?
Alan,
Alan, yes, of course. Dude.
can you help me?
Yeah.
Know where we've got the lead program?
Yeah.
You've got 2 little videos. I can't find out how to make the videos go full screen.
You know what? I will help you with that. By the way, if you're in Indonesia, some of our people in Indonesia, they block out that specific video source. We use Vimeo for that. I need to actually send it because what I do for people that live in certain parts of the world that do not like some American companies, I send out the video raw. For you, I'm going to add on it full screen. I don't think it should already be a feature, but I'll add that for you, okay? Also, check your Telegram occasionally. You have a Telegram, check it, because I did leave you a message.
I had a bit of a computer problem at the last day, and I've just literally sorted the
Okay, no problem. I will make sure that within the hour that full screen will work for you.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Where are you located, by the way, Alan?
South England.
South New England. Okay. South England. New.
Isle of Wight.
Okay. Got it. Well, I know it's late where you are, so thank you for that. Anyone else have any comments or questions?
I'm Dominic, speaking from India.
Dominic, good to have you from India, my brother. Yes, how can I help you?
I'm waking up to meet you and speak to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just joined yesterday.
Congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. And I feel that this project is going to be very exponentially grown in India because the value is very less compared to other cryptocurrency projects.
Okay.
So we feel that you will have a fantastic future in India. But only thing is, I still don't understand. I am also doing Fusage.
Okay.
Okay. So I understand the Fusage concept very well.
Okay.
But here, the steps I don't follow.
Okay.
I just want a clear explanation. Whether you have any video or any audio presentation, anything is there. If you could mail me or if you could send me your presentation.
I will do, but I'm going to do something I want everyone to watch real quick, okay? This is really, really important, okay?
Sure.
So one of the things that's happening for a lot of your group in India, they're using what's called a trust wallet, okay? And what a trust wallet does, it sets up something that's not good for you guys. Let me open up my screen. I want you to see this because there are, unlike Ether, right? Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin is the standard, right? But what's really important about it is the type of email address, the type of wallet address you use can determine how fast you get your money or even if you get it, okay? So I'm going to share my screen a second, okay? Let me just get back to you a sec, all right? This is something that's very, very important, my brother. And I appreciate your patience too, by the way. So let me see if I got it. Okay, so now, I want you to see this. Let me move this out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen for both YouTube. I don't know if it's going to let me or not. Darn it. Hang on one second. I'm going to get it out there. Bingo. Okay, now. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for you guys. Wait a minute. Is it not showing? Can you? I guess not. Hang on. Oh, it was already showing. Okay, I didn't realize it. Okay, here we go. Let me know when you can see this. You guys see the screen where I have the wallet address, Dominique?
Yeah.
Do you see it starts with BC1?
Correct.
BC1 means that it's a SegWit type of a transaction. And if the person paying you is sending it from a wallet address because this is a new style, then it may be impending for a while because of its type. Also, there are people that will send to you from a traditional wallet. If you have a trust wallet, it may also add additional fees, which will cost you more money, and at the same time, maybe be impending. So how do you know if it's a SegWit wallet or not? If it begins with BC1 or TC1, it is best if you create a wallet address that begins with 1 or 3. Those are the standard universal wallets. They will work anywhere. And I think that's what's really important. And they're also, it's a way to just make sure that you always get your commissions when you want them and they're not delayed. When you use other methods, at times, they are delayed. Okay? Okay. So, otherwise, I will create some steps for you and your team. Tomorrow, I'm doing a private Zoom just for India because you guys have a lot of people coming in. I have a private Zoom at 11:30 in the morning my time, 9:30 in the morning my time, which is 7 p.m. your time. You should be on it so I can go through and train. I'm going to be walking you guys through a simple method for this. Okay?
Okay.
So tomorrow at 9, get with your sponsor. They will help you with that.
Sure.
Okay?
I've just joined yesterday. That's why I don't follow anything.
Oh, okay. That's okay. But get with your sponsor because they will be able to help you to be up to speed. And I will send you some things as well. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good to speak to you. Very nice.
A pleasure is all mine, my brother.
Presentation is excellent.
I will see you when I come back to India. I go to India a lot. I know Punjab, Jaipur, Rajasthan, Mumbai. I have been all over the country.
We are from southern India.
Okay.
Very close to Bangalore.
Okay. Wow.
I'm from Chennai, capital of Tamil Nadu.
Ram Ram Sa. That's for you, my brother.
Right.
Okay. All right. I got a question from Annie too. I'm going to handle that one.
Hello, Dwayne.
Yes. Who is it?
Valerie Hackshaw.
Hi, Valerie. How are you?
I am very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here today with us.
You're welcome. I have a challenge as far as when I copy my code to send it to someone,
Okay.
because it is a Yahoo address, it doesn't go through.
Are you talking about your wallet address?
My
What code are you copying?
to introduce someone to the
Okay. You're saying you use Yahoo. When you send your affiliate link, it doesn't work. Yahoo blocks it.
Yes. So, but when I send that link via Gmail, it works. So what I would like to do is to change my email address that I have registered with to my Gmail account.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Just go into support real quick. They look for those all day long. Wallet addresses, email addresses, all those things are changed right at support, and they can do that for you, okay?
I did that twice.
And it wasn't changed?
No,
Did you go to live chat or support?
both.
Give me the ticket. I'll take care of it. I'll find out why it wasn't done.
I have to go into my account.
That's okay. I'm telling you now, write this down. Ready?
Yes.
dgolden 456 at Gmail. That's me personally. Send me that ticket address so I can look at it and I'll handle it.
Certainly, that's D as in dog, golden, 56 at gmail.com.
Yep.
Thank you.
dgolden 456 at gmail.com. Okay.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. Here we go. Annie. All right. I got two more I'm going to answer. Annie, your questions about payments as you have breathed half due to high fees. Yes. So, yes, there's a solution for the high fees. The solution to the high fees are getting on some of the other trainings I've done, right? I have talked about these fees because of using wallets. I recommended just on Sunday night. I don't think you were there. Was it Sunday night? Whatever day I did the training. I'm sorry. I'm so confused with the Sunday night's last night, isn't it? Okay. I did a training recently and I explained use blockchain.info to receive, blockchain.com. I recommend it because your fees are minimized. That's the first thing. You can send it from there to anywhere, but at least you're not getting some places are charging $9 on a $25 transaction. Some of these wallets you guys are choosing. So that will help a lot. You want to use an independent. I don't recommend using Coinbase or any others because they have limited amounts that you can receive. Cash App, I think you can only receive like 3,000 or 7,000 in a week. So I recommend using blockchain.com because it has the least amount of limitations for you. But also the fees are only going to be for miners rather than miners plus a wallet charging you. I hope that helps you, my dear. I have a guy from India. He was actually a movie star. Could that person be invited to the India team? Yeah, of course. It's open. This team is open. Robert, you're going to have to probably put in that information in support. Say, Dwayne asked me to give you that. Give me the person's username or your username so I can make sure you get an invitation to that. And if you're using Coinbase from the United States, you want to make sure that you actually verify your account if you want to receive a lot of money without the limitations. Okay?
Dwayne, can I ask a question? It's Noreen.
I would love for you to ask a question, young lady. Thank you.
So, for someone like myself and other the only way we've been marketing is on Facebook. What would you recommend for us to be looking at and watching? So I'm assuming you would have many videos from the past that we could watch and actually start learning the basics, like who do we email, like where does that, when we have autoresponders, where does that go? Like just
Here's what I recommend. I'm doing the training on autoresponders tomorrow, but I want to tell you guys this. This week is product training, right? And some of that, one of those products is going to be the marketing system. But I want you to note, next week, it's going to be about paid advertising, okay? I will have a guest and we will work through some of those nuances you're talking about. I'm personally a big believer. I don't like to give mine because I do a lot of business to business type of things. But I will tell you that the greatest successes are seen on even $5 a day on a YouTube will bring you thousands of leads, right? That's honest God truth. Bring you thousands of leads a month. But you need to know what would you put there. How would that work? Facebook isn't bad either. And we actually allow for the tracking pixels in our products so you can have really good reporting for that. But I don't want to mix it up beforehand because right now, most people are interested in getting new signups and not know how the products work. And when they do that, the people that they use in an ad are going to be angry and it's going to create a backlog because I signed up for something. I don't know what it is. The person that signed me up did a compelling job, but I don't know what I'm getting. So for now, if you could bear with me, I'm asking just for the 1 week where I will begin the paid advertising training next week. That would be huge if you give me that much space. In the meantime, I will try to tie in little pieces. I have some hot tips and tricks that are going to go in tomorrow's. And they also will go into the page builder day whenever I get to the page builder, where I will tie in some paid advertising concepts about YouTube and Facebook. But I'm not the expert. I'll have an expert here for those things. I'll just tell you how I use them. Okay? I know it's late where you are, and I thank you for staying here that late, knowing that you're from the UK, I think. And I appreciate our friends from India or New Zealand. Yeah. So you're welcome, my dear. You guys, you've been terrific. And Robert, I did get that username. So I will find out and get an invitation for you. Noreen, you guys don't have a problem with that type of expansion, allowing anyone from India to be a part of that training, correct?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'll invite him myself. That's fine.
Okay. Good. I'll take care of that. I'll make sure you get I'll get information to you, Robert, for your member. And then for you guys, let's take this to the hilt. I want to make sure you know that we are a company who believes in guiding and leading our people, not just throwing money opportunities your way, but to empower you. So you can certainly do a lot better than any of us have individually and create your own legacy for you and your loved ones. God bless you guys. Have a great night. Take care. Day, rather. Bye. You bet. Bye-bye.